Hello everyone and welcome to Club Reaction to Rangers 2, Ross County 1 here on Club at 22, the Rangers podcast, and I'm flabbergasted by that. My name's Scott Carney, I'm with Scott Gemmell.
Evening everyone.
Alex Pearson.
Evening.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we can say. A very strange performance, not a performance that nobody was really expecting from Rangers today. And yeah, after the highs of Wednesday night, we didn't have come down with a bang today. I'm going to try my hardest not to go full negative, but from what I've seen tonight, not good enough. Really not good enough. Very poor football all round by Rangers. The starting lineup tonight was McLaughlin, Tavernier, Goldson, Davies, Barisic, Lundstrom, Jack, Cantwell, Kent, Morelos and Sakala. Yes, got it right. Starting lineup for me, Scotia, not the right one.
No, for certain, the middle of the park, Lundstrom and Jack. About all the players you drop, don't drop Kamara after the two performances he's just put in.
I agree.
For me, you can maybe see he's coming back from that supposed injury, but no, I don't drop him. And it was interesting as well that he changed the keeper after coming out and saying that McLaughlin is an understudy to McGregor. Didn't really see the need to change the goalkeepers of the day. That was a strange one. It wasn't the team that I would have picked to play against Ross County. Certainly not playing Lundstrom and Jack in there in the middle. I don't think they give you enough to kind of break that low block. And then it's into Ryan's kind of shoehorn football.
Yeah.
We speak about.
Yeah, Ali, your thoughts on the starting 11?
I agree with Scotia. We don't need Ryan Jack and John Lundstrom against Ross County at Ibrox on a Saturday 3 o'clock. I agree. Kamara for me should have started. And again, rotating the goalkeeper.
Bizarre.
I get McLaughlin coming in for Partick Thistle next Sunday. I get that, but for today, we don't need him. And it's bizarre, and we'll come on to it.
We'll come on to what happened. Yeah, I think that was the strangest one for me. I don't understand why we are rotating the keeper at this stage. Unless McGregor's got a knock, I don't know what Bill's going to come out and say after the game, but bizarre for me to rotate the keeper at this stage. The first half was dreadful. It was not an enjoyable watch. We just looked off it. Lundstrom went off quite early with a knock, and we brought on Tillman at that point, and I think the team looked unbalanced. I don't think it didn't seem to really add up, and we were struggling to really get anything going against, and I'm not going to be coy about this, a terrible Ross County team. They are honestly, they are not a good team, really not a good team. They were struggling to get two passes together. We were unlucky at spells, yeah. I thought Alfie was trying his hardest. I thought Kent and Cantwell were getting really marshalled out the game. They were obviously quite blatantly number 14 for Ross County and number 42 for Ross County, really stuck to them like glue, and we're not giving them any time on the ball at all. But in terms of the first half, before we get to the goal, Scotia, there's not a lot to go on.
No, it wasn't a great game, and like Ali says there, the balance was off. I think having Sakala there kind of put the balance off kilter as well a wee bit and all, because like Cantwell and Kent, like you say, were kind of drifting in about. Sakala had his moments that was okay, but then he had, as we always keep on saying, he had his Sakala-esque moments
of running into players a lot. Yeah.
So it was a wee bit. He didn't really go. You would like to think that we got out and out the traps. That didn't appear to happen.
No, Ali, your thoughts before the goal?
Disappointed how we can go from Wednesday night, and we sang their praises, Carney, how great they were, and they were great Wednesday night to that, and it was complete opposite. Flat, no tempo. There was times where there was good link-up play. There was one Tav was slipped in and he just lashed the ball over the fucking... Honestly, no composure. It's summed up today, to be honest. But it's just disappointing, because we all went there today expecting from Wednesday night a performance and a show for Rangers, and they've just limped back into this. As the league goes on, move about.
We've lost our line.
Sums up Rangers' performance out there. But no, it's just it was extremely disappointing that first half, because there he goes the light back on, but we didn't expect it at all. Everyone was going had a wee bit of a buzz today, and they've killed the bus Rangers, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, look, and again, I get that it's 11 wins out of 12. I understand that, generally I do. But after the heights of the performance that we've seen on Wednesday night, to come into this game and to perform the way we did, it worries me to an extent, because I do believe there's a wee bit of over-rotation happened on Beale's side here. I don't think he had to make as many changes as he decided to make. And I feel sorry for like players like Glenn Kamara. I don't think he deserved to get dropped. And I mean, I've been criticising Kamara all season, but for him to come into that game and not play him when you've got 8 days until your next game, again, doesn't really add up for me. I know there's all game plans, there's all sports scientist stuff around about how many minutes players should be getting, etc. But for me, it was just too much over rotation, and the team selection for the start didn't work. And saying that, we took the lead from a fucking brilliant bit of work by Cantwell, Scott, down the right hand side to chip it into Tillman, and for Tillman to finish it. It put a massive gloss over the first half, considering how poor Rangers were.
I know, but it was one of these ones that, although, if you know what I mean, it was coming, but it wasn't coming at the same time. Ross, like you said earlier, Ross County were doing hee-haw. We were doing just enough. It was disjointed. It was, you say over rotation there. I don't think it was over rotation in the wrong rotation. You know what I mean? But what do I know? I'm just a guy that drinks in a pub and picks a team rather than being Michael Beale. But I would have played certain different people.
Scotia anyway. Michael Beale? Is he not?
No, imagine that. Everyone, no. Me. But no, it was a fantastic goal. Tillman again. He keeps on popping up. Like I said last night, I think every game that Tillman's played in, he's come up with the goods at some point. Be that an assist, be that a wee bit of magical play. The game that you and Ryan were at, Motherwell or St Johnstone, away,
he went
and scored an amazing goal. Like Tillman's sign him up now, boys. Sign him up now.
Yeah. We'll come on to Tillman in the second half for me, to be honest. But Ali, the goal itself, Cantwell does terrifically well. I mean, if we're going to take one positive out today, it's definitely him.
Oh, he was good in the ball, Cantwell. He was too deep for me in the first half at times, but no, he was very good. The goal, I actually said to the boys around me, I'm waiting for a slash for 44 minutes, because usually when that happens, Rangers score, and they did score. I was delighted, so I'll take credit for that. But in terms of Cantwell, I thought he was bright. He wants the ball all the time, Cantwell, but today I just thought in the first half he was too deep for me. He was picking the ball off the centre halves and that's not his position. To me, he's a 10, he's just behind the strikers. But 1-0 flattered us, to be honest, going to half time, but we probably deserved it, if we're being honest. Yeah,
we probably did. Again, I'm not saying here as if Ross County played a terrific game and like they put us under the pressure or anything like that, because they certainly didn't see this light. Oh my goodness. But anyway, for people that are listening to this in the audio, they're going to have no idea what we're talking about. But I do still think that the kind of man marking that both Cantwell and Kent they were up against, they were coming deep to try and get themselves involved in the game. But we did get at half time at 1-0, and I wasn't particularly pleased at what I was watching. If I wasn't particularly pleased at the first half, the second half was even worse than that. Rangers were apocalyptically poor in that second half, honestly. And again, I'm trying. I know we've won 11 and 12. I do get that, but it's not good enough. It really is not good enough. And I don't understand why it's happened. It's a confusing one. And I reckon Michael Beale's probably a wee bit confused as it is. Scotia, Ross County equalise. I mean, I don't know where to start. Ryan Jack, for a start, tackles Glenn Kamara for reasons best known to Ryan Jack, and then where they get a corner resulting from that period, and they score from it because we don't react. Now the defending is terrible, but I have got no idea what John McLaughlin is doing here.
Right, I'm going to leave it a wee minute and I'm going to speak about Ryan Jack, if that's alright.
Okay.
Because we came in at half time and you said in the first half, Ryan Jack,
I didn't think it was
you
great.
didn't think it was great. And I thought, see when Lundstrom came off, I thought Ryan Jack, in that first half, he was alright. Dealing with it, him as this kind of anchor point in the midfield, I thought he was okay. The second half, no, I agree. I don't know what he was doing trying to tackle Kamara, because Kamara won it back.
Yeah, it was Kamara's ball.
It was a pretty decent win back, and then you seen Kamara look at Ryan Jack and I'm like, why did you just done that? Like, what are you doing? And then the ball comes in and McLaughlin flaps at it. I mean, it's a total flap. And
it's a McGregor-esque flap.
Oh no, I think this is worse than anything than McGregor. Because you have it.
It's a McLaughlin flap, because we've seen it at St Johnstone.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You see it at St Johnstone. You see it later on as well. But you expect better from McLaughlin than that, because he's better off his line seemingly. Some of the flaps that you can come from. Maybe McGregor has been quite right to stand in his line if that's what he's going to McLaughlin's going to give
Yeah,
us.
possibly. Ali, this goal for me is just unacceptable in every sense of the word.
It's a typical Rangers goal to give away, to be honest. Mistakes all over the park. Ryan Jack, I don't know what he's doing. Glenn Kamara does well to win the ball, and we're breaking, and Ryan Jack somehow takes the ball off him. Beyond me.
Fantastic tackle.
Ends in a corner kick to Ross County. Ball in the box. John McLaughlin, I'm sorry, the guy's 6'4", 6'5" or something. I've seen it against St Johnstone. We've seen it before St Johnstone scored. He did the exact same again today, and we'll come on to another one later on. Flaps, and he's not the cause of the goal, but he's one of the root causes of the goal. I mean, I've stuck up for John McLaughlin this year, and I said he should have been Rangers number 1. And after that Celtic horror show, going forward now, I'm sorry, John McLaughlin can't be in goal for Rangers anymore. He's a second choice goalkeeper, and that's it going forward. To me, address it this summer.
Yeah, I think it has to be addressed. I just don't understand the rotation of the keeper. That's one bit I don't get.
Carney, I think that's one of the things. The rotation of the keeper, it doesn't give confidence to the keeper.
Why would it?
That's one of the problems,
yeah.
I think, as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. And McLaughlin feels like he has to prove himself. Rangers do equalise through a very heavily deflected
Ryan was loving this.
deflected free kick by Borna Barisic. I don't really know what to take from this. It's a goal that we needed, yes. I think the play that we had before it, nothing was really impressing me, and I'll get it out of the way right now. And I know we've won, that's why I'm doing it. The referee was an absolute embarrassment. But Scotia, we do make it 2-1, and it was, let's just get to the final whistle now.
Aye, that was that's what you wanted. I mean, it came out there and you're just like, right, that looks like a decent. I did say to Pearson, I'd done the usual second half, go down and sit next to him. I was going, it's maybe a wee bit too out to the side for Barisic. It's not a wee bit more towards that that wee D that's on the edge of the 18-yard box. But no, he hits it away. Absolutely amazing deflection. We've had a few that we've had a couple of them in Europe. Occasionally.
Hadji-esque.
Aye, that one.
It was very
against Braga, yeah. So you'll take what you get. And I was saying to you coming down Paisley Road there that I do think that we would have been on and scored a second anyway. But it was good that
I'm
went
not
in.
Sure.
Wow.
You're far more positive than I am about what today.
Scotia had one too many drinks than I have tonight.
Ali, obviously the goal, yes, but I think the only positive as well into that second half that we can take as this light goes out yet again. This is a disaster. This sums up our day in that half. The only positive we can really take for the second half is we did see Raskin. The boy looks like he can play. I know we've seen him for a brief spell and the game was pretty stressed at this point, but he looks like a player.
Oh, he looked bright. For the 5-10 minutes where he was in the park, I thought he looked bright, demanded the ball all the time, drove with the ball. He looked bright. A bright light in a
dark alleyway.
Yeah, in a dark alleyway, and a poor game as well. The referee as well, I need to bring something up. A boy went to do somebody in the touchline. He went to do Tillman. The referee had a word with him, and that was it. Morelos makes a foul a minute later, which was a foul, and he books Morelos. The inconsistency is shocking
terrible.
at times
Really
in Scottish football with referees, but that's not the cause of why we were garbage today. But it was 3 points go out there, but it was poor for Rangers today. Utterly poor.
Very poor. Scotia, your man of the match was Cantwell who?
It needs to be Cantwell. I thought, look, up until Borna get caught out with a long ball across, I thought Borna was alright. It wasn't great.
There was a car coming down.
That's alright.
No, I'd
He's
probably
got a Rooney suspension on that road.
that big pothole, right? No, I'd probably give it to Cantwell. Cantwell was neat and tidy, without doing overly much, but it was a game that overly much didn't really happen in.
Cantwell.
Yeah, you're really slim pickings to
Yeah,
be
slim
honest,
pickings,
but
yeah.
Cantwell demanded the ball quite a lot of time, tried. I thought first half he was too deep for me, but I Cantwell.
Yeah, I'm the same. It has to be Cantwell for his positive impact he had on the first half. Apart from that, I thought there was a number of players that were poor. I thought Tavernier was awful. I mean, truly awful. I thought Tillman was unlucky at spells tonight against Sakala. Was frustrating. it's just one of those days. It really is one of those days, but it's a confusing one after what we've seen on Wednesday night. So yeah, this podcast has been a disaster as our performance was today. So always good to speak to you, Pamela. I hope you enjoy this from your bath. Ali, thanks very much.
You just beat me to that, Carney. I was literally just about to say it. I'm hoping Pamela enjoys her bath tonight because she listens to, not me and Carney, but Scotia mainly in her bath. So I hope she's enjoying it tonight. And yeah, there you go, Scotia.
Aye, all the bubbles. Everyone enjoy the bubbles.
All the bubbles, yeah. Let's go get a beer, gentlemen. So we are Club at 22 The Rangers podcast. We'll speak to you on Tuesday. Cheers, everybody.